Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of English Talks with Leyla. I'm so happy you're here. This is a space where we talk about interesting topics in English, culture, motivation, and fascinating things from the English-speaking world to help you learn naturally, just by listening. Today, we're going to explore something very common in American culture, small talk. Why do Americans love small talk? And what exactly is it? So first of all, what is small talk? Small talk is a short, informal conversation about simple or everyday topics, like the weather, the weekend, or sports. In the US, small talk is everywhere. At the supermarket, in the elevator, at work, even with strangers. For example, you might hear, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "Nice weather today, isn't it?" Or, "Did you watch the game last night?" But why do people do it? In American culture, small talk is not just about the topic. It's a way to create a friendly, positive atmosphere. It helps people feel comfortable, even if they don't know each other very well. It's also a way to show politeness and openness. In fact, if you don't say anything at all, some people might think you're cold or unfriendly, even if that's not true. So let's dive a bit deeper into this topic, small talk. As I said earlier, small talk is a type of short, casual conversation about simple topics. The weather, the weekend, sports, traffic, even your lunch. It's not meant to be deep or serious. In fact, it's usually the opposite. Now, if you're from a culture where people talk mostly when they have something important to say, this might seem a bit strange. Why talk about the weather when we both can see it's raining? Why ask, "How are you?" if you're not really expecting a full answer? In American culture, small talk is not about the information. It's about connection. Americans often use small talk to create a friendly atmosphere, especially in public places or in new situations. It's a social ritual. It helps break the ice and reduce tension. Let me give you a few common examples of where small talk happens in daily life in the US. Example 1. The elevator. You step into an elevator with a coworker or even a stranger. What do you say? You might comment on the weather, like, "Wow, it's really cold today." Or maybe, "Almost Friday, huh?" These are easy ways to acknowledge the other person's presence without diving into anything too personal. Example 2. At work or school. When you arrive at the office or class, people often ask, "How was your weekend?" Or, "Did you watch the game last night?" Again, the goal isn't to have a long conversation, but to show interest and be friendly. Example 3. Meeting someone for the first time. Let's say you're introduced to someone at a party. You don't immediately start talking about deep opinions or personal beliefs. That would feel too intense. Instead, you might ask, "So, what do you do?" Or, "Where are you from?" These are all considered safe topics, non-controversial, and easy to talk about. Why is small talk so important in American culture? That's a great question. In many English-speaking cultures, especially in the US, being friendly and open is highly valued, even with strangers. Making conversation, smiling, asking simple questions, these are seen as signs of politeness and sociability. Not participating in small talk might come across as shy, cold, or even rude, even if that's not your intention. Cultural comparison. Small talk around the world. Now, this idea isn't universal. In many cultures, for example, Japan, Germany, or some parts of South America, people tend to be more reserved when speaking to strangers. Silence is sometimes seen as respectful, and people might not feel the need to fill every quiet moment with words. But in the US, silence is often seen as awkward. That's one reason why Americans use small talk.
to avoid that uncomfortable silence. It's not about the content, it's about creating a warm social space.
Is small talk fake? Some people think small talk is fake or superficial. Why ask how I am if you don't really want to know? But the truth is, small talk is like a doorway. It's how people start to build trust. Think of it like this. You don't jump into the deep end of the pool right away. You start by dipping your toes in. Small talk is the first step toward deeper conversation. It's not the final destination. What can you do as a language learner? Great question. If you're learning English, practicing small talk is very useful. Why? Because it helps you sound natural. It builds your confidence in real situations. It gives you a chance to connect with native speakers. So start small. Try using phrases like, "How's your day going?" Or, "I like your shirt." Or, "Did you do anything fun this weekend?" You'll see how people usually respond positively, and then you can keep the conversation going. Pro tip: save small talk topics. If you're not sure what to say, here are some safe and easy topics. Weather. Weekend plans. Sports, if you know the local team. Food. Lunch, coffee, snacks. Traffic or the bus or train. Avoid more personal or sensitive topics like religion, politics, or money, at least in the beginning. And remember, small talk doesn't need to be perfect. It's okay if you make mistakes. What matters is the intention, showing interest, being open, and creating a human connection. That's the heart of small talk, and that's why Americans love it so much. Let's review some useful words from today's episode. Check out. Small talk. Short, informal conversation. Politeness. Behavior that shows respect and good manners. Awkward. Uncomfortable or strange. Strangers. People you don't know. Atmosphere. The feeling or mood in a place or situation. You can try using some of these next time you speak English. And that's it for today's episode. I hope you learned something new. And next time someone talks about the weather, you'll know it's probably just small talk. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode if you enjoyed it. You can also leave a comment. Do people use small talk in your country? Thanks for listening, and see you next time on English Talks with Leyla.